Good afternoon, everybody out there. As you can see, we still have some judges running a little behind. I'm here in beautiful Champs Hall. We have our first ever virtual trivia cook-off, not trivia, chili cook-off. We did the virtual trivia last week, and it went about as well as this one's starting out. So looking forward to having you guys all with us today during this lunch hour. We've got a couple big thanks to shout out first. We've got Mandy Clark with Partner Engagement. Big thank you for allowing this to happen. Alyssa in Facilities, thank you very much. Appreciate you letting this go and letting this slide. We've got everybody masked up here at their own station and ready to eat a lot of chili. So I'm going to get it kicked off first with the Godfather of direct supplies, MOvember movement. His name, the one and only, and that is a fantastic looking jacket, Dave. How you doing today?
Mustache casual for you, Danny.
Mustache casual. Hey, I appreciate that. That's a very, very inspiring jacket. I've got someone walking in the door right now, so I've got all this fresh light just baking on me. Hopefully you don't mind. Dave, MOvember, you usually do it with us. Took the year off. How's retirement going?
Is my year off? I've raised like $1,000. What are you talking about? This isn't a year off. What are you talking about? I'm platinum, baby.
One of our top donators of all time, Dave Thorpe. And as you can see, I've got guys working the building behind me as well, Dave. So we're working through stuff here.
Yeah, cool. No, look, it's an honor to always be a member of the direct supply team, and really happy that you've taken on some of the additional responsibilities. Really, the lion's share of those responsibilities. Dustin Teskey, Colin Thompson, guys like Chris Went. We kind of got the ball rolling, I don't know, 10, 11 years ago now. And it's great being a Mo-Bro. It's always important to me, the cause. In some reasons for my own mental health and, my stress level. And as you've probably learned in the last few weeks and even the couple of weeks before MOvember started, it can take a lot to, raise a mustache and to grow this, literally with fundraising and the events. It's not easy. It's very rewarding work though. So happy to still be a part of it. And thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man, it's an honor to carry on the legacy you've created here, and it's just been simply amazing to have a team that you've kind of put together. And yes, you are correct. Stress levels that are an all-time high. I'll be having a cold beer this afternoon and enjoying a little bit of time off here as the weather gets a little bit better for us before winter. So, Dave, men's health, the three big things that you're going to hear. Go through them for me. What are the big three that we're going after today?
Yeah. So in perpetuity. So little backstory on men's health and MOvember, just so you can keep your chili thing, catching up in the background there. 2003 MOvember started in Australia. Kind of a cool story. Skate session. Couple mates in Australia, Sydney, I believe. Yeah, they go skating, and if you've seen in our Champs Hall, that's where you have all those skateboard trophies. That's kind of a symbolic. Trophy, if you will, for being a top performing team. These guys got together in 2003 and they're just having a couple beers and they're like, whatever happened to the mustache, man? They love Tom Selleck in Australia, like Germans love David Hasselhoff. I'm serious, man. They love that guy. Quigley Down Under. So they're like, let's get that Magnum PI thing rolling again. And the first year they raised no money. They just had 30 kind of new Mo-Bros do it. And then they said, well, why don't we throw some money at prostate cancer? Because it's just about mustaches and dudes. So then Prostate Cancer Foundation for Australia came on board. And then in 2007, they moved it over to the States. And now it's in 21 countries. And it's over 1,250 men's health programs that are the benefactors of these funds that we raise. And it's over $900 million, very underground. This is how we promote MOvember. They don't spend the money. They don't throw the money at advertising and marketing. They put it where the money belongs, into the program. So over 70% of what's raised actually goes right into grants and research foundations for your original question: prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and men's mental health and suicide prevention.
Dave, as I've taken this over from you, there's one thing, there's room for improvement. And that's just knowing your stuff, just like you. That's incredible information. The group is amazing. I've never jumped on a movement like this before. The Be Like Ken campaign with, a couple of our buddies after we lost a good friend of ours this past summer. Special Olympics volunteer. I mean, the guy won a bronze medal over in Abu Dhabi a few years back. And that's been my main inspiration after going through an experience like that and seeing what a person can do to a group of people and motivate them to be better. And I think that Be Like Ken campaign, you're going to hear a little bit more about it as, the holidays come around and some awards start to trickle in. So looking forward to that next Tuesday. If you guys have a chance, TMJ4, there's really going to be a nice piece on Ken, my inspiration for doing this. I've got a father who had early detection from prostate cancer. That's been a huge push for me, especially once you get to that age 45 to 50 range, just making sure that you get the test and the early detection. I honestly think, though, Dave, what they're about to do behind me is fix some lights behind me. I think it's so Hollywood. They saw that my face was a little dark. They're gonna lighten it up for me a little bit. I have no idea.
Is Hector gonna get in there and get up, because he's had an awesome mustache too? We can't get him back, but you got to work on Hector if he's gonna be changing ballasts in real time.
For all the direct supply people out there, that is the guy that rolls around replacing lights in his little jump lift or whatever they want to call it, the lift box. So, Dave, any wishing good luck to our participants or judges? I feel like our judges may need the good luck more than anything.
Yeah, I want to say, hey, I like it spicy. I like it a little smoky. I think you'd ask the question, like, what's your secret ingredient? So John Lutz, my main man from the Bell's Beer, and we've got a lot of, community partners, obviously. They're all around us. And some of them work with, some of our craft brewing partners in Milwaukee. He gave me a recipe to add some smoked beer. So if anyone's got smoked beer in there, I think hands down they might have, a little leg up on the competition. But yeah, just in regards to MOvember, know your numbers, know your family health history, and talk more and move more. So if you do those things, and I think especially in a year like this, it's been really tough. It's so important to use this platform to build community and to have important conversations, and not be okay with the stigma that I'm tough. I can rub dirt on it, whatever. Bros, you need to talk. You need to talk to me. You need to talk to Dan. You need to talk to your family and your friends at Thanksgiving. And I think that's really critical, especially now more than ever, when 3 out of 4 suicides are men. We're going to lose one man every minute of every hour of every day on this globe. So that's why I'm moving 60 miles myself this month to, signify for all those Mo Bros that we're losing.
I'm at 43, man. I've lost 2 chins, so I shaved this down.
Yeah.
I uncovered 2 other chins during quarantine, but I'm at 43 miles this month, and I've lost at least one of them. So I'm feeling pretty good myself on that move moment. And I think for all the ladies and the females out there that can't grow mustaches, move. Join us, do some runs, do whatever, get out there and spend some time getting active and showing your love for the Mo Bros as we suffer through our lip covers for the month of November and the embarrassment of visiting all our families next week for Thanksgiving. But that's the time to talk, right? That's when you're going to be with your grandparents, your dads, your loved ones. And it's an opportunity to say, hey, I'm growing this mustache, not only for fun and games, but here's why I'm doing it. I think that's the most important takeaway from this. So, Dave, you brought up a fantastic point on guys being tough guys and not getting tested. We've got one of those own very tough guys coming up next. So I appreciate you. I love you. Moana and forever. And we'll talk to you later. All right, brother?
Take care, brother. Thanks.
No problem. So up next, guys, I mentioned we've got a gentleman that has gone through the fight.